Hello today, and today we're going to have a game of Jackal on the Sinclair ZX Spectrum. This is a 48k game only, come out say 87, based on the arcade by Konami that came out in 1986. Never played this game back in the day on any system. Right, so if you push P you can alter your controls. I said push P. Right, so we're going to go for Kempston. Right, and player 2 controls, keyboards. I'm sure it's 2-player simultaneously on the home versions. It was on the arcades, even though I didn't play it back in the day. I have reviewed it. Right, so let's go. Fucking hell. It's the way of the Jackal. Is it? Oh dear. Same problem as the CPC version. It just moves along shit. And it looks like something from Codemasters. Sort of like one of those simulator, but there's no sound. There's no sound. So this is an arcade conversion with no sound. Right, so hold down your fire button, you use grenades. So they're generous with the lives. This ain't a very good game, to be honest with you. Game over, player 1. Here we get this horrible music. Yeah, no in-game sounds or nothing. So you're playing it silent. Oh, fucking hell. So you can move diagonally. Okay. Bloody. They fire quite quickly. And I will say this about the Spectrum version, they got it right with the screen. See, unlike the Commodore 64 version, when you're doing a vertical scrolling screen, it's important to have a vertical screen. Unlike the Commodore 64 version, when it's vertical, it's it's horizontal on a vertical, scrolling screen. And at least with this version, only when it comes up like this. In game, you don't get Jackal. So they've gone out their way to do it properly. Even though the Jeep doesn't move properly itself, but the screen layout is done properly on the Spectrum. So you got the scores up the sides and all the other bits and pieces. That's the screen layout. This is how it should be done on the Commodore 64. Why not? The CPC version, the screen was so fucking tiny, but it moves like this moves like the CPC version. Except for I think the CPC version was a lot more jumpy, jerkier. So it wasn't So we didn't get a Spectrum port on the CPC. So why is that version so shit? So I'd rather play this than the CPC version. And there's no sound. Why is there no sound on the Spectrum version? It really does feel like a budget game though. It's something that Codemasters would do. That's how it feels. It feels like a budget Codemasters game. So at least with Codemasters games, at least you've got sound. And some of the Codemasters games, you've got speech. I think even with the Spectrum version, you've got speech. So you get nothing. No sound effects. Nothing. it's laid out properly, but you don't get no sound effects. The Jeep looks a bit. I think I'd rather play this in the European version of the Commodore 64 version, because there was two versions on the Commodore 64. The US version was, I would say, was better. This just don't feel nothing great. You know, it's not Commando, is it? Oh, fucking hell, I can't go through the trees. I don't know. Let's have one more go. So you can't, oh, fuck it, can run them over before. Hang on, I thought I could run them over. Why did I just run over them and they didn't fucking die? Oh, bloody hell. It's close. Oh, bollocks, that wasn't. Well, where am I going now? Oh, this way. Oh, bollocks! Oh, for fuck's sake! Alright, I'll have one more go. Let's have one more go. Don't think there was any 16-bit versions of this game, so it didn't come out on the Amiga, or I don't think on the ST, but I do believe there's a DOS version, which I won't be looking at because I just can't be fucked with DOS games anymore because I've got emulation problems, really. And I don't think DOS games are anything particularly special. Well, not back in the 80s anyway. I didn't own a PC back then, so I really don't give a fuck about DOS games, to be honest with you. Unless it's something I had. And I know. But I mainly had more Windows games than anything anyway. I didn't have too many DOS games, so I don't really have a lot of nostalgia for DOS games because I didn't get my PC till the late 90s or mid to late 90s, and then mainly things were on Windows anyway, so got no real nostalgia for DOS games. Just a couple maybe. Anyway, but yeah, Spectrum version's nothing special. I'll definitely go to say it's better than the CPC version, possibly better than the Commodore 64 version, the European version. But the game itself, it's just nothing special. No sound effects in game. Even for a 48K Spectrum, I would expect sound effects for an arcade conversion. I don't know how much this would have cost. It probably would have cost $9.99 or something like that, being an arcade conversion. But I don't know. I never knew about this game back in the day, and playing it ain't nothing special. Yeah, graphics don't look great. Anyway, I'm going to end this now. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, and goodbye.